1446. Maulana, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Radio Islam's Hajj broadcast.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to Maulana and the listeners of Radio Islam.
Well, listening to where you are this evening, seems to be like quite a good amount of chatter in the background, and this is not disturbing me at all. It's just giving me a sense of the kind of feeling and buzz that's happening around you tonight.
Oh, subhanallah, it's absolutely amazing. In fact, it's difficult to really describe in words looking at the emotions of the Hujjaj. There's a sense of anxiety, there's a sense of excitement. You know, all the years of planning, all the years of yearning, all the years of what you call it, desiring to be here is literally at our doorstep in just a few hours. So one can well imagine what's the level of joy, fulfillment, and anxiety all coupled in one.
At the end of the day, it comes down to the 5 days, and even from those 5 days one can narrow it down to an even shorter period of time. But in your interactions with different Hujjaj, Maulana, uh, this is a journey as short as its eventual end may be. It actually takes a long period of preparedness, awareness, changes in one's life, saving to get to this particular point. Any uh, anecdotes or any stories of Hujjaj who you've traveled with or you've bumped into to just show the length of preparation that people have undertaken and the length of life experiences that brought them to this particular point?
Well, I think every single Haji has a story to tell, and everyone is unique in their own way. I mean, there's people that are presently on Hajj 1446 who've never had a passport in their life, and the only time that was issued was for the journey of Hajj. Like that, there's so many different backgrounds. People have so many challenges. So everyone is unique on its own. To really single out one, I think, would be a bit difficult. But I think to sum up, definitely everyone has a tale to tell. Everybody has a lot of sacrifice on their part. And for many people, things just literally fell into place because it all comes down to the important point that if Allah wants you to be here, you will be here, irrespective of how difficult circumstances may be, irrespective of how impossible it may look. But if Allah wants you here, He will be here. I'm sure all our listeners and viewers of Radio Islam, in fact, most of the community of South Africa, perhaps saw the viral post of regarding the one particular Haji. The plane literally wouldn't take off unless he was on that plane. You know, that was from another country. So that alone tells you that if Allah wants you to be here, irrespective of what are the challenges, what are the circumstances, you will be here. But I think more also in terms of preparation, as you said, it's years of preparation, it's years of yearning. The question that I've been posing to the Hujjaj in particular that are part of our group, the TWF group of Hujjaj. So I asked them the question that, are you really ready for the journey of Hajj? And I posed the question to them yesterday. And to a different group, I posed the same question today. And the first thing that might pop up in their minds was, yes, we're ready, our ihrams, all the logistics, everything is sorted out. But then the question is your heart, mind, and soul ready for the journey of Hajj? Because that's the most important thing. Because we need to be ready to receive whatever mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sure to come our way. And we need to be ready to embrace this journey, heart and soul. That's the most important thing.
And talking on a similar theme, Moral, when one's heart and mind is ready, then that would naturally bring a kind of momentum. It would bring consistency, and normally there is sometimes this observation that people would hit a kind of cliff. People would really climax in terms of their spiritual activity on certain days of Hajj, and then there is a kind of dip in the spirituality towards the end of Hajj. How do you advise your Hujjaj to be able to be consistent throughout, right until the end of the 5 days or even the 6 days?
Yeah, you see, there it boils down to all about having a system of consistency in terms of moderation. Now, what we do notice is obviously the excitement because so many of the Hujjaj, it's the first time in their lives that they come into the Holy Land. So you can well imagine if you've yearned to be here your whole life and you finally get the opportunity, you want to go all out and do as much as you possibly can. While that definitely has its merit and it's certainly logical, what we tend to tell them is move at a pace that will be consistent, because it's very quick and very easy to suffer from what we would call burnout. So we see Hujjaj are over enthusiastic. They're making tawafs non-stop. They go into the haram as much as they possibly can, which is brilliant and which is extremely rewarding. But you got at some point draw a line of a moderate balance of something that you would be able to sustain, because you come from the height of visiting the blessed city of Madinatul Munawwara to an even greater level of spirituality by coming to Makkatul Mukarramah and undertaking the journey of Umrah, and then you're in such close proximity to Baytullah. And then you come to Azizia, which is just a few kilometers away, but then there's like a total switch in momentum. And sometimes it's like such a big dip that you literally, I won't say become disorientated, but you can tend to lose focus very quick and very fast because you tend to switch off. So it's about keeping the switch on at a moderate level, because the whole idea and the aim and objective is to be at your optimum level of every sense of spirituality as of tomorrow morning when the actual journey becomes. So moderation is the key, having a balance of a good, what you call it, routine of your dhikr of Allah, of your recitation of the Quran, and what you call it, performing your salah timelessly, and just being keeping that momentum and a balance of what lies ahead is far more important for you to be at the optimum level of your focus and attention.
And lastly, Mullah, just on a practical level, from your particular group number one, how many Hujjaj are you catering for, and the timetable from now till the arrival in Mina? What's that looking like in terms of all the available information?
Okay, so there's approximately 1,050 some odd Hujjaj that are part of the TWF group. So, as you correctly mentioned, group number one. So, inshallah, the buses will be arriving. We're expecting them to arrive in the early parts of tomorrow morning after the Fajr Salah, perhaps close to around 6 a.m. So, it's 50 passengers per bus, first come, first serve at the different buildings that the Hujjaj are residing. So, we have five different locations of the buildings in Azizia, all within a radius of, I would say, between 2 to 2.5 kilometers. So the buses will be rolling out early, inshallah, and we're hoping that it's going to be an average of a 25, maximum 30-minute journey till we reach the camp in Mina. And inshallah, from there, it will be a full flow of the journey of Hajj really kicking off, inshallah.
Inshallah, we'll keep abreast of all those developments. Mullah, Jazakallah khair for making time to speak to us this evening, and all the best to you and to all of those who are accompanying you. Barakallahu feek, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Maulana, always a pleasure being in your company, and hats off, mashallah, to the Radio Islam team for that excellent service and coverage of Hajj 1446. May Allah bless and reward the efforts of one and all, inshallah. And may Allah continue taking the station from strength to strength, inshallah. And we request the du'as of all our listeners and viewers back home, inshallah, that all must go well for the Hajj of the year 1446, and Allah must grant all of them Hajjul Mabrur, and may Allah bring all our listeners of Radio Islam on the journey of a lifetime, inshallah.
Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ahmad Akoo speaking to us this evening from Makkatul Mukarramah, hours ahead of the beginning of this journey.